How are we all doing? I hope everyone's keeping well out there today. It's a rather miserable early evening here, so it's lashing rain out. So we're messing about in the workshop. I'm under strict orders not to get the white coat dirty. I went in last night after changing the CRT in that monitor and it was black. I really should have hoovered it out first, but yeah, the good lady told me you're not to get your white coat dirty. I said that's what the white coat's for. Anyway, so I have to try and be a bit cleaner how I work. Okay, so today's bit of messing that's going on here. I have a Ferguson TX100 on the bench. It's a scrapper, right? So let's get that clear from the start. But it has a good A56 540X. And I've got two sets that have poor A56 540Xs in them. One is a Hitachi. No, sorry, I'm telling you a lie. One is a Mitsubishi. And the other one is an ASA. So I don't know which one it's going to go into, but it's going to go into one of those. The set in questions here on the bench, the rain has got at the chipboard cabinet, so it's a no-go. It's a no-go, I'm afraid. But we're going to have a little mess around with it. First of all, we'll I've had it on, I powered it up just to see what had happened. Now, I wasn't really intending on making a video on this, it was just, but I got it for the tube, and that was pretty much the only reason I got it. But I powered it up, and a few little things happened, so we'll go into that. I'm not going to get too heavily involved, but I'll have a cursory glance to see if we can get to do something. I'm talking shit here. We'll test the tube, and we'll see how the tube is. So, we have the tube tester here. Let's swing this set around a bit. And then I need to stop working here for a day and actually clean up the place big time because it's getting silly. My good lady comes out and she helps me clean the workshop every now and again, and things are going great, but as I say, one thing goes on the bench, I start messing with it, then something else even shinier comes along, and before I know it, there's crap half disassembled all over the camp. So, and then I get another little slap. However, right, tube tester. On. Let's get you out there and give you a look. Tube heaters are nice and bright. This is the chassis. Couple of things anyway I go into when I'm waiting for the tube to heat up. Switched it on. Rustle of EHT for about 2 seconds. All was looking good. Then the power supply started tripping. So I thought maybe line output transformer's gone or whatever. This did get a good dose of rain. It was in a damp shed for a long time before it was given to me. So it's had a hard life. So I turned it off and it was just resting my hand on the tube base, and the RGB cap here, 4.7200 volt I think it is. I have it there somewhere on the bench. Anyway, that was scalding hot, so what happened is he had gone dead short. So I just took it out, I haven't replaced it. Powered up again, set came up, rustle of EHT and so on, looking good. Then a load of sparks and so forth coming out of the line output transistor, which wasn't good. But what happened here was, obviously from the damp or whatever, the insulator here has gone conductive, and so I unclipped it, pulled the transistor away, plugged in again, and the set came up with the screen blanked off. So then I wound up the A1 control on the loft, and we had a line across the screen. So I reckon what we have is we have a frame output problem and it's blanked off. that's as far as we got. We'll have a quick look around the frame output stage, but I'm not too pushed about this now, to be honest with you. I'm not going to get too heavily involved. But that's where we're at. So we'll have a look at the tube anyway. Provided it isn't gassy, we're looking really good. There's the blue. There's the green. And there's the red. I haven't seen one of these read this good. Even in so I knocked that off. Even I have a Grundig out in the shed from around 1984. Probably one of the last sets to be fitted with the 56540. That was only used on Friday nights to watch a program here we have in Ireland called the Late Late Show. Terrible. But that's an old dear had it. Belonged to a friend of mine. His mother had it. And she only used it on a Friday night to watch the Late Late for the time it was new. So there's probably hardly 500 hours on the set. It's in excellent condition. So we actually repaired it once in the TV shop. The tripler failed on it. And then a couple of years later, they upgraded because of the switch over to digital here. And they were getting rid of it. So my friend asked me did I want it, and I said absolutely yes. So I have it wrapped up safely. We'll get it out someday to have a look at. So there we go. So we have an excellent tube. So I'm leaning towards the ASA. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure which set to put the tube in. Leaning towards the ASA because they're capable of an excellent picture. But I have to make my mind up. Okay, so we'll switch on. We'll switch the set on. Yes, I was using the safe block here. Someone there cut off the lead right at the. You can see this. Someone cut the lead off. So maybe they wanted a bit of flex, I don't know. But big shop there. Now, needless to say, I don't want to run it too long with that heatsink disconnected on the line output transistor. It won't take too much of that, I would imagine. No. And here's sets on. Channel selector 1. And a nice green line across the screen. I still have DA1 turned up. Nice bright tube. Anyway, so that's where we're at. So I'll knock it off, and I'll get the chassis out and we'll look for shorts around electrolytics around the frame stage before we do anything else. Then we'll go from there. So I'll pause here. I'll get the board out and we'll have a good look. Alright, so I have the chassis out here. So before I do anything, I'm just having a look in here. And there's a couple of dry joints on the chip, if she'll focus. Will you focus? Focus. There we go. Just a dry joint there, and the other one beside it looks a bit dry. So I'm going to run the iron over them and just try it again before I get too involved. Okay, so I tapped them dry joints. Just sat the chassis back in there, so I'm going to try it again and we'll see how we get on. That's good. Yeah, a bit of that. So it was a bloody dry joint on the frame output chip was stopping play. Let's see if we can tune in a picture down on it. Oh, to recap, I don't think I covered that. When I was floating around, I put a cap in for the RGB supply, just to keep things nice and happy. And I moved the insulator on the line output transistor. There's a little hole burnt in it, so I just moved it up a fraction and clipped it back on, and it hasn't flashed over since. Let's see if this will want to play ball. I wonder, can we do the business from here? Be good if I knew what I was doing here, which I don't. Alright, so now I'm on band 1 here. Of course, this is a VHF UHF tuner. So I'll just scan band 1. Oh, close already. Let's see, one of these devices, turn that down a bit. That should be a bit better than that. Keep going. That's the handy thing with this 5415. You can go in at the IF as well if you want, which we might do for handiness. We'll see how we get on. Really is a great bit of kit. Here we go. That's us. I'd say, right. I'll start doing a little bit of twirling. Float the chassis a little bit. I think the RF connector isn't great either. Come on. Terrible looking. Height. Noisy as hell. So, you know, one thing or the other. Those little variable resistors, the ones with the little hex drive in them, are not great. And you can see they get this weird white meld on them if they're being stored in any kind of damp at all. So, I think what I'll try and do is I'll try and douse them in a bit of magic spray. Then we'll go for an adjustment. As I say, we're not getting too carried away with this. This is going to get a boot through it anyway, unfortunately. Try that again. You. Right. Well, motor she tight, it's all over. So I knocked it off. Got a bit of magic spray on the pot. Switched it back on again. No go. the lot is roasting. So it's game over. Not to worry, doesn't really matter. Said I wasn't going to get too pushed with it, and I'm not going to get too involved. That's it. We know the important thing. We've got an excellent tube that's got plenty of life left in it. So either Miyasa or my Mitsubishi is going to be in very good form soon. So we'll leave it at that for now. As you can see, the cabinet's all blown out on this. These cheap chipboard, it's very bad on that side. Once these cheap chipboardy cabinets get wet, that's the end of them. They're just mush. Made to a price. Not to worry. We'll catch you again in the next one anyway. So we've got a good A56 540X, and that's the main thing. Take care. Mind yourselves out there. Good luck for now.